The Galactic Union Military Academy prided itself on breaking cadets. It was tradition. No species entered as the same being they were when they graduated. Breaking was necessary. Rebuilding was essential. Drill Sergeant Klivik's 3 eyes narrowed as he watched the newest batch of recruits stumble off the transport vessel. Most were predictable species. Tall, willowy Altarians with their bioluminescent skin, bulky, silicon-based Duronians, the gaseous cloud entities of Nebula 9. But there, at the end of the line, stood the first human cadet ever accepted into the academy. Deathworlder, Klivik muttered under his breath, mandibles clicking with tension. Cadet Thomas Reed stepped onto the landing pad, his eyes scanning the alien landscape with practiced calm. Earth was classified as a Class 12 death world, a planet so naturally hostile that its native species evolved with extraordinary resilience. The Academy had never admitted a Deathworlder before. The Galactic Union Security Council had insisted that an alliance with Earth required integration at all levels, including military. "Recruits," Klivik bellowed through his translator, "you are now property of the Galactic Union Military Academy. You are nothing. You will be rebuilt into something useful, or you will wash out. 70% of you will fail." As the weeks passed, the alien drill sergeants implemented increasingly brutal training regimens. Reed surprised them all. Where the Altarians collapsed from exhaustion after 10 kilometers, Reed continued running. When the gravity simulator was increased to twice normal levels, causing most cadets to crawl along the ground, Reed merely slowed his pace. The drill sergeants doubled his physical requirements, then tripled them. "The human is problematic," Klivik reported to Commander Balan. "He exceeds all physical parameters. The other cadets look to him now, not us. He undermines our authority by simply surviving what should break him." Commander Balan's tentacles rippled thoughtfully. "Then it's time for the battle beast trial. No cadet has ever tamed a Krigorian battle beast. Most merely survive the encounter if they're lucky." The battle beast trial was normally reserved for final-year cadets. In the Academy's 63-year history, only 12 cadets had survived direct contact with the creature. None had tamed one. Reed was not informed of the trial's unprecedented nature when he was awoken in the middle of the night cycle. "Cadet. Battle beast trial. Now," Klivik hissed, secretly hoping this would finally humble the Deathworlder. The Krigorian battle beast stood 4 meters tall in the center of the containment arena. Its 6 muscular limbs ended in claws that could shred military-grade armor. Bony, plates covered its hide, interrupted only by glowing veins of magma-like blood vessels. Its 3-jawed mouth could unhinge to swallow a cadet whole. The assembled drill sergeants watched from behind safety barriers as Reed entered the arena, wearing only standard training fatigues. "Your objective," Klivik announced, "is to survive 10 minutes with the beast. Defensive protocols only." Reed nodded, studying the creature with unexpected intensity. The beast charged immediately, faster than something its size should move. The human didn't run. Instead, he sidestepped with uncanny timing, allowing the beast to thunder past. "Interesting," Reed said quietly, though the arena's acoustics carried his voice. "It's scared." Klivik's mandibles clicked in disbelief. "The beast fears nothing." But Reed was already moving, circling the creature in a pattern that seemed random yet purposeful. The beast tracked him, its predatory instincts struggling to anticipate the human's movements. "Look at its thermal vents," Reed called out, pointing to the glowing veins. "They're flaring defensively, not aggressively. This beast isn't a natural predator. It's prey that evolved extreme defenses." The beast lunged again. This time, instead of dodging, Reed dropped and rolled beneath it, coming up directly between its rear limbs. The beast froze, confused by the prey-turned-predator tactic. "On Earth," Reed continued, his voice eerily calm, "we have creatures called rhinoceroses, similarly armored, similarly misunderstood. They charge when frightened, not hungry." The assembled drill sergeants watched in horrified fascination as Reed began speaking to the beast in a low, rhythmic tone. He was methodically moving closer to its head while maintaining a non-threatening posture. "What is the human doing?" Commander Balan demanded. I believe, replied the xenobiology instructor who had joined the observers. He's communicating with it using subsonic frequencies. Our translators don't register those tones, but the beast clearly does. The beast had stopped moving entirely, its massive head lowered toward Reed. The cadet reached out slowly, palm upward in what appeared to be a universal gesture of non-aggression. Impossible, Klevik whispered. When Reed's hand made contact with the beast's central jaw, the creature emitted a sound never before recorded, a rumbling purr that vibrated the arena floor. One by one, its glowing veins dimmed from aggressive red to a calm blue. Cadet, Klevik shouted. Exit the arena immediately. Reed glanced toward the drill sergeant, then patted the beast's jaw. Give me a minute. I promised him I wouldn't leave. Abruptly, the silence that followed was profound. 15 minutes later, Reed sat before a hastily assembled review board of stunned Academy officials. Explain your actions, Cadet, Commander Balan demanded. Reed shrugged. Earth is home to thousands of predator species. Humans evolved alongside them, learning to observe behavioral patterns. The beast displayed classic signs of defensive, not offensive aggression. I recognized the pattern and responded accordingly, and now the beast refuses to engage with other cadets, Klevik added. It only responds to Reed. Because I showed respect, Reed replied simply. No different than approaching any sentient being. The implications rippled through the Academy like a seismic wave. If Deathworlders like humans could tame battle beasts through observation and communication rather than force, what other Galactic Union military doctrines might they challenge? The next day, Drill Sergeant Klevik watched as Reed led morning physical training with the beast trotting obediently beside him. The other cadets no longer looked at Reed with caution but with reverence. We didn't break him, Klevik admitted to Commander Balan. We may have discovered something far more valuable than another soldier. What's that? Balan asked. A new perspective, Klevik replied, all three eyes fixed on the human who had changed everything. And perhaps a lesson for us all.